Hello, everyone. Can you guys hear me?
Hi, Gloria, I can hear you. You're clear.
All right. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Nice to have you all here. I'm Glory Joseph, as most of you already know, and I'm pleased to welcome you to the third edition of the New Weeks Coaching Series. Joining me today is Ceci Hundei. I shall introduce him proper in the course of the discussion. So now that we introduced ourselves, let's get to meet you in the chat box. Can you tell us your name and where you are joining from? Your name and where you are joining from? Can you tell us your name? I think we have a minute for that. Let's assume I know all your names already. Already we have Tuntere here. Yes, we have Jeffrey Okunede. Welcome. And then I think I see Tuntere and then I see Ore. Nice to have you all here. So the aim of this edition of the New Weeks Coaching Series is to explore diverse career opportunities within the legal sector. That way, you will gain clarity with regards to the career path to choose for yourself in the legal career. So today, we shall be focusing on real estate law as a sector within the legal profession. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. So at the end of this section, you shall be looking forward to learn 6 things at the end of today's section. One, you'll get to learn how you can build your expertise in real estate law should you decide to break into this field of law. You will learn how you can build your expertise in real estate law. That's one of the things you will learn from today's section. Secondly, you'd also learn how you can break into the field, how you can break into real estate practice. That is the second thing you would learn from today's section. Third, you would learn the scope of legal services that a real estate lawyer can offer his clients. Shesh, I don't know if you can unmute yourself. Thank you. So the third thing you're looking forward to learn from today's section is the skills that would help you excel should you decide to break into real estate law. What are the skills that would help you, that you need to acquire if you want to excel in this field of law, should you want to break into it? And the fourth thing you should be looking forward to learn from today's section is the opportunities available for you in real estate law. Real estate is very broad and there's so many opportunities that you can explore within this sector. So at the end of today's section, you'll be able to learn the opportunities that are available for you. And finally, you learn how you can make yourself visible to your clients in real estate law, how you can make yourself visible in the online space. So these are the 6 things you should be looking forward to learn at the end of this section. I hope you guys are ready to gain value. I believe you guys are ready to gain value from today's section. I know you guys are. So before I call on the guest speaker to start his presentation, I'll quickly read out his profile. I'll share my screen so that you guys would see who is talking to you today. Thank you. So Ceci Hundein, you guys can see the screen, right?
Sure.
Yeah, Ceci Hundein is a real estate lawyer and partner at Bloomgate Solicitors, a law firm serving real estate investors and property owners in Lagos. Ceci has provided legal representation on real estate acquisitions valued at over 100 million since 2016 till date. Ceci is an active member of the Nigerian Bar Association Ikeja branch. He is also the Chief Community Learning Officer at Strictly Law Business, a top business academy for lawyers. Ceci is a prolific content creator and regularly educates his audience on property law matters on LinkedIn and Facebook. So that is it about our guest speaker. So we shall quickly call on him. Ceci Hundein, we are pleased to have you here. Thank you for tuning in today.
Thank you, Glory.
Welcome.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Welcome. I believe you guys are eager to learn from his wealth of knowledge on real estate. I know you guys are eager to learn from him. So, Ceci, we have a few questions for you about your area of specialization, real estate law. I believe you are ready. Yeah, okay. Okay, fine. So, how are we able to identify your area of interest? How are we able to identify that real estate is an area you wish to specialize in? Can you tell us?
I think you for that question.
Sorry?
When I was, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
All right. So when I started out practicing in 2013, that was about 8 years ago, doing NYSC in Akwa Ibom State. I wanted to just go to court, be a litigation lawyer, go to court, sue people, defend people. I just wanted to go to court and have experience. I felt if you can go to court, you're a lawyer. I didn't know that law was beyond going to court, but I was working then. That was the in thing in that state. Going to court was the major thing. I wanted to go to court. I didn't want to have the experience of litigation. So I started out in litigation. My boss then was a very seasoned litigator. It was at that time, he was the second oldest lawyer in the state. Second oldest by a year of Paul. And even in age, he was over 70 already at that time, but he was still actively practicing. He had a very big firm. We had 2 core members with him. So I went to courts, criminal matters, civil cases, chieftaincy matters, appeals. I went to all the courts in that state, except the court in Kwene Central Division. I went to all the areas, all the courts in the 2 central districts of that state. So go back to Lagos. I started practicing in Ikeja. The same thing, my boss there was more of a litigator, a bit of corporate, a bit of real estate, a bit of commercial, just a bit. It was basically litigation. So I did litigation for another 1 year, 2015 March to 2016. I left in October. So I did a lot of matters at the High Court and Magistrates Courts, litigation matters. Well, along the way, I recall that a mentor spoke to me. Not a lawyer really, but he has done master's degree, a master's in legal studies, not a legal degree, just like something little. He told me that, don't you like real estate? I'm like, well, I don't know. Real estate. Well, I know I will draft agreements, but I don't think it's something I want to really, if it comes, I'll do it. So I used to be advised, but I didn't really go deep into it. Another time again, I was in the family house and someone called me. I told me, don't you like real estate? Let's make money from it. I'm like, well, what I'm doing, I like what I'm doing. So maybe when it's time, I will find my way around the real estate. So about leaving my office then, that was 2016 August. I want to leave my office for another office, but I was not sure. I began to pray, introspect, what do I like doing, what am I doing, my weaknesses, and I saw my friends doing property for their clients. I thought this thing is not really bad, it's lucrative, and there's a lot in Lagos. But I didn't have clarity. So I decided to just leave my boss. So when I was leaving my boss, that week I left my boss. That week I went on sabbatical leave for a week. I was to resume the following week. So while I was on that, I was going from that sabbatical leave, my sister's friend sent me a message on WhatsApp. Said, we want to buy land in Lagos to them. My husband wants to buy land and he wants to buy to help in the process. I smiled. I said, I can help you. Or send an email. And prior to that, I have not done it on my own. My boss did the introduction then. I went to the office. The client sold the property and we did the draft. And I knew what he did, but I can't say I knew so much. It was just on the very. I said I could do this. Just buy land. Okay, I'll do that for you. I'll help you negotiate. I started asking questions, and I did it for the clients. There were little mistakes here and there. Not mistakes to the document or anything, but in terms of my experience, I was not very experienced. There were some mistakes. There's one about price. Land was overpriced. We didn't know until after maybe 3 months. The land was overpriced. I think I didn't negotiate very well. It was overpriced. So that went, my client gave me another job the following January. That was how it started. So I moved to Oshodi. Yeah, I was living there. I moved to Oshodi. I said, let me have an office in Oshodi. And in Oshodi, the only thing, the major thing you can do is property law. You can't even see commercial. Commercial is where I'm in Lagos, but then I didn't have any clients like that. So what could easily come to my table was tenancy, quit notice, all these things. I started doing it, and that was how, along the line, before I even got to my office, I picked up interest. I knew that I think real estate is something I should take seriously. So I began to what are the areas of practice? What do I need to know about this thing? And some of these things are not only legal, so they also involve real estate things. I mean, into not just legal issues now. So I'm talking to agents around my area, asking them questions really about tenancy issues, about agency, even though I'm not an agent. But I need to know some of this. My client is trying to do these transactions. I understand the language of that business or that sector. And I started learning these things. And that was how I put interest in it. So that same year, 2017, the following year, I got a call from one of my pastors in church. He says, come to this estate. I want to do somebody. I said, okay. So I went to that estate, I met my pastor and his very good friend from Abuja. The man said, I have tenants in my house, they're not paying, they're owing me rent, and one of them even nearly burnt the house. He did this NEPA, what you call, what's it called now? They call it something. Yeah, the message on it is working, but it's not reading. So they still have power, but they are tapping. I don't know, they call it something, bypass. So a bypass electricity supply. And on that particular day, the thing, there was a fire spark and it nearly burnt the house. I should get a guy to the house. I'm like, how do I do that? I've not done this kind of thing before. So I came to do my research. He didn't even pay me well, but just give me some money. Don't worry, I'll pay you. Say doing the job. And that was how, after like 6 months, the man gave me the house to manage. That was about 6 flats. A very nice estate in Lagos, 6 flats, give it to manage. I didn't even know what do you do my party. How do you want to manage? But I said, well, now do agreements. I was printing. I just asked my first question, told me what to do. And that was how I got that brief. And since I got that brief, I've not looked back. I've done several. So what I would say is that at the beginning, I knew there was something I would do at some point, but I didn't have clarity. Clarity came when I was at a point where I needed to make a living. And what was the easiest thing? What was something that people could easily come to me for and I could do? There's no way I could help a client at that time, do something like secretarial work. I can't do that, but I don't have any experience. But tenancy agreement, I can easily draft it. So those are things I feel that they are not so easy though, but you're not so difficult. You can easily apply yourself, look at the precedents, and so that was how the interest came. And eventually I now knew that yes, this is something that I believe I have the passion for, I have the ability for, and I have the temperament for it. That was how I came into real estate practice in short.
Thank you, Ceci. Thank you. So basically, from all that Ceci said, one of the things that helped him gain clarity with regards to what he would venture in is he was able to look around him, the legal services that people around him needed. His friends needed something on property, and he handled it because that was what was within his reach. You get, and that was something I talked about in the last series. Look around you. What legal services your family members need? What legal services your friends need? What's obtainable in their environment? What needs do you want to satisfy? When you look around, it's easier for you to know what area I want to break into it. So that's something that can help you. Thank you, Ceci, for that. And then another question we have for you is, how are we able to break into this field? I think you mentioned that a bit too. How are we able to break into real estate? Do you want to throw more light on it, or should we go on?
Yeah, I will. So basically, in business, because practice is a business, and that was something that I did not understand at the beginning. I never knew that. And I felt once you have a cultural certificate, LLB certificate, you're going to start making plenty money. I was wrong. So there's something called the business of law. Understanding how you can monetize your skills as a lawyer. And the other side is the practice of law. So when you're doing the actual job, technical job, drafting, advocacy, going to court, negotiation, that is the practice of law. But that does not pay bills. What pays bills really is understanding the business and bringing it to the practice, you make your money. So at that time, I knew about practice, but not about business. So how did I bring it to the field? I brought it to the field by knowing that, look, now I don't have a job. My job is me hustling for a customer, a client, and they will pay me. I'll sell to the client, convince the client I can do it, and the client will give me a job, and I'll get money. That was what. So I was forced, even though I'm an introvert. I mean, I talk a lot, but in terms of listening to people, I'm not that motivated now. But if I know you, I can talk for hours. So I had a challenge, But I was forced to just do it. So I'm a lawyer, I have an office, or I'm gonna give them my card. What helped was my church. My church was very helpful. My pastor was telling me then that he doesn't think I should be practicing for somebody for 5 years. Now look at all this lawyer, how many years they spend. I should leave the, I mean, I should plan my exit. But I thought it was just joking. He was just trying to maybe make me feel good. But when I was about to leave, I saw reasons to what he was saying. That yes, there's nothing bad in working for someone for 5 or 6 years, nothing bad in it. But if you start early, it's a plus. I was not married then, so really, what is a big deal? Start early, and I feel I will recover. Like I was my 20s, then I was 27 or 26, then I was still really young, or 27 there, but I was young. So I said, let me start. So I broke in by my family. Family trusted my first people with my sister. My sister gave me my best friend's contact, who linked me to her husband. I was a real client, and I worked for them. And they gave me 2 briefs. That was how I had that client. My pastor in church also gave me his own friend in Abuja. Imagine someone that's in Abuja coming to Lagos and leaving all the lawyers in Lagos, come to a young lawyer that's just 3 years at the bar then to give me a job. That was how I broke into. After that job, around my environment and friends I knew in school, I mean, other lawyers, alumni from secondary school, just everywhere on the internet, I just started getting people that give me more briefs, do this, before you know it, I started getting a bit of reputation. So I broke in by just perseverance. I knew that I will not leave my office. I will not close my office after I paid rent of 20,000 naira or but I'll now go and start. I said, no way. I have to push this business it has to stand. So that was how I began to look for clients, go to events. There was not this popular social media. Then I was still hiding on social media. So I didn't have social media clients, but I was trying my little best, telling my friends, my family, and I didn't get much briefs really. I was quite few and far between. Whenever the briefs came, I tried to do my best. I tried to put my effort. I remember when it was someone in Ogun State, a church member of mine. So he called me one day that I should help him with an agreement. That he buys land for people. The man is an accountant, but he's into real estate as an agent. He's also into farming, agriculture. So he said, I can see agreement against me. I cannot sign it. I have to draft my own agreement. I'll give it to you, then I'll sign for you. So he agreed to give me that agreement and started doing. I did about 2 or 3 for him, and that was how he just linked me up to people. A lot of people. Sometimes my land, he always calls me as his lawyer to help him document the agreement. That was how. So I would say breaking in was just by making people know me, like me, and trust me. And that is how clients meet. Most of my clients, they are not my clients, they are just my friends. But they didn't give me jobs. But they gave me connections to people that give me jobs. Some of them I even worked for them for free. I had a friend, a very close friend, a brother, who at the time had a school business. So I thought in entrepreneurship, this guy is my senior. Let me go and walk up to this guy, let me go and meet him for mentorship and advice. So he started mentoring me, not really formally, just like telling me his experiences, and said, I want to be our school lawyer. I said, I'm in, let's do it. So I went to be a school lawyer, and he has a prayer meeting he organizes every first Friday of the month. I go to that prayer meeting, and through that prayer meeting, I've met clients that have paid me good money. Not in that prayer meeting though, but people that came to that prayer meeting are the ones that linked me to those people. That was how I booked. So when those people now knew me that I could actually do what I said I could do, they had confidence, they had trust, it's not even abroad. And anything I tell them in Nigeria here, they believe it, and it's the truth. There's no problem, there's no issues. We talk about the phone once. I don't see them for months. Like I have a client in Nigeria, I've not seen him for the past 2 years. He came to Nigeria in 2019, and since then, I've not been because of COVID last year. I've not seen him. I met that client through my friend. My friend was a prayer meeting coordinator. He had a member that for prayer meeting that was a brother to this my clients. And the person that linked this my client was a driver to this my clients. I mean, they are friends. That's how I just met people like that. Being nice, who come on the phone, ask me questions. I'll give them answers to their questions. They might not pay me, but I knew that at that time, I can't charge you for everything. I have to just make people like me first. When they like me, they trust me. And some things that I can't do for free, like agreements, you have to pay for that, of course. I would charge. But advisory, ask me questions. I'll ask me questions. I'll just be nice to them. And that was how trust began to build up. And after some time, there's one man then, one other man, he even had, I think he had a lawyer or something. I don't remember. He wanted to be a lawyer for a sale. Not purchase now. So they are selling the brother's land in an area. Brother was in Germany. But the brother said, get me a lawyer to advise me on what to do. So this buyer's lawyer drafted an agreement. I was one that I reviewed that agreement. And because when I was in Germany, I told them that you have to get a power of attorney for you in Nigeria to sign for your brother. And that was what I did. And they paid me money that would pay my rent. The money they paid me that for that transaction, I just paid my rent with that money. I just paid my, because the money was good money then. So I paid my office rent after that money. And that was so it's just by being liked, being known, being liked, and being trusted. And those things come by personal interaction. You can't be liked, you can't be liked when you're on your own. You have to make effort to go out. And these things don't happen by just saying I have to go to one specific events. When somebody calls you on the phone and asks you, hey, the Lord, this question, that is the time to build trust. Be very nice, be patient, spend time receiving calls. I get tired of receiving calls, but I have to just be nice to them, tell them the answer of some of this. It's not even future jobs. They ask me some things that I know they cannot even do it now. I'll give them my answer. And that is how they feel, okay, this guy has been very nice. Let's give him a job. Say, I have a client for you. Please charge the clients whatever you like. No, I'm not involved. Just charge. It's your client. Do you understand? So that's what I'll tell my friend, my area colleagues, that to break into an area of law, breaking in is not an abstract thing. Breaking in is people that can pay you for that service, having the confidence to give you the job. But most times, the clients, the buyers, are not ready to buy. And most times, even the clients are not going to meet you. The people you will meet are the people that know the clients. Their drivers, their friends, their cooks, church members. The clients don't even look like, you may not be the client at all. You might not be the client. But those people you are talking to, building rapport with them, being nice with them, they are the ones that will now sell it to a potential client. Don't you tell them, I do this. I'm a lawyer, I want to draft this. That is beyond me now. But I'll do it for you. I have time. Come, let me, if I do it for them, go and sign in the court yourself. Go to the court. But what I do is real estate. I'll tell them my service areas. Please tell your family members and landlord that just come and use me as a lawyer. I'll help them. So I'll sell myself to that person. And true, most of them will be nice. They always come back into referral. So that's how to break into an area. That's how I put to area. Breaking in is not something you just say, I have to break in now. I'll be the best player. No. Breaking in is one person at a time. Being nice, being responsive, showing value, showing that thing. You have something upstairs. When I'm talking in WhatsApp groups, I don't just talk like one sentence. I give a paragraph of opinion. When I'm in my classical class, they're just talking about something of law that I'm looking at that misconstruing something. I'll just come and tell them the right thing of what the law says, not to brag really, but I'll clarify what the law says in a language they understand. By doing that, I've sold myself. When they want a lawyer, they always come back to that chance. This guy has said, can I call you? Just DM me personally. And that's how I'm doing briefs behind. You're WhatsApp group talking, but behind us, we are doing business. So breaking into an area of law, trust is about relationships, friendships, being nice to people, and being ready to help people. As a young lawyer, people will pay you to learn. But when you get experience, you charge for your experience and your level at the bar. A young lawyer, just paying to try you out. I'm sorry, it might look like I'm not trying to demean your no. But the truth is that at that time, I could not charge what I'm charging now. Not that I could not charge, but I didn't look like I even know. I didn't look like it. I was not. There was no confidence. I knew that I just wanted to survive. I just wanted to, someone to take a chance on me, do the first job well, and now I'll increase the price. So as a young lawyer, your basic responsibility is to show competence. Not when you get a brief, but when people are talking to you, when there's a legal issue on ground, you have to talk like a lawyer, speak like a lawyer, don't brag. That is how you break into an area. When someone gives you a CCJ of 20,000 naira and the business name is 10,000 already, and says you can't charge 20,000 at that level, just do it excellently, deliver great service. When someone called me from the bank 2 weeks ago and told me that there is a particular business name issue, so the person that did the business name for the client did not they spelled the name wrongly, and I wanted to change it because the bank could not open an account for that particular customer. So he called me, and I met this guy in the bank last year. I was a secondary school senior, but the bank is my area. I know that guy in the bank. I said, please give me jobs. I said, I should come. But that day, I didn't plan to go to the bank. I didn't even plan to the bank. I was just like, I want to work. I said, let me just impress this guy. I went to the bank, gave me the brief. The money was very, very small. Very small. I won't tell the amount. 5,000 naira. I give him 10, I say 5, I say 10, I say 5, I say 10, I did 5, I went to my office, did the CAC for him, collected the name on the system, there was affidavit, I did this on the system. The next day, it was approved from Abuja. Got approved, I sent to his WhatsApp. He was extremely super excited that this guy, you delivered on time, you are so excellent. Now, I said, bros, this thing I don't do normally because it's you. That's why I don't do it, but because it was the one I said I want to use that to win you as a client. So in that bank now, I have broken into that area of practice. If they want to in that bank, they'll call me. Even other areas of law that don't list, they will seek because I've demonstrated that I can deliver on a small job. And that's the same ability, the same responsiveness, the same speed and excellence I'll deliver on a big job. Don't think you get a big job, you deliver excellence. It's not true. The same tenacity, the same dedication, passion, excellence, attention to details you will give for business name is the same thing you will give for a transaction that involves millions. It's just true because it's either you have capacity or you don't have capacity. You can't just develop it because it's a big transaction. It's a lie. It's those small things people are seeing because once someone tries you for the first time, the first impression lasts very long. Impression has been made. It is hard to break. This guy is excellent. This guy is this. Let's give him a land transaction. So that question that I've asked me now, I've answered it severally. You break into an area of practice by demonstrating to one person at a time that you have capacity, can give value, and that the client that is coming to use you will have a good experience.
Thank you so much, Ceci. I was actually jotting. I was jotting what you were saying. You just gave value. If you want to break into a field, networking is key. From all Ceci has said, one of the things that stood out for me is networking, making friends and building that trust. Don't say I'm a lawyer. I don't make friends with non-lawyers. They're the ones that will give you brief. Oh. If you are nice to them, if I think this one always brief will bring, I beg, I'm not going to answer his question. Any question you ask.
Chloe,
okay.
Let me just take on that issue. Making friends with non-lawyers. That's the mistake I made as a lawyer. So in the university, you know that they really brainwashed us. Law is the best course, white and black. So most of us the friends are not our friends in sciences. These are the main. Those guys now are ahead of us. In any, they are any more than me. Some are any more than me right now. Even though they are working for people, they are working for banks, they are any more than me. Like they are earning good money and they give me jobs to do. So as a lawyer, I'm sorry, you don't have any business attending 50 legal events in a year. What are you doing with that? All the MBA meetings you attend, yeah, attend MBA meetings, but you have 10 meetings in a year. Yeah, attend 7 is okay. Whoever attend the 12 meetings in a year is okay, but attend, you can just spend an hour and leave. Right? Go to non-lawyer events. That's where you meet clients. Don't be adding yourself to all the lawyers group on WhatsApp. Add yourself to non-lawyer groups, secondary school alumni groups, be there. My university alumni group is for law. Of course, we don't talk about law because all of the lawyers, I don't they just birthdays and wedding and someone died. The real place where I go to network is my secondary school alumni group. That's where people that can give you just 3 lawyers there. Out of those 3, I'm the most active. One is in Germany, I'm here, one is somewhere else. I'm not I'm active on social media, I'm the most active there. So I've gotten so many clients from that platform. I come back from church today and I did a little note. I went to an event yesterday. I've attended about 7 events this year, offline. And just 1 is legal event. Okay, 2, MBA conference and my branch law week. All the others are non-law events. And I have 1 next week, Tuesday. I have another one the following week. That's 2. I have another one on Saturday, on Sunday, 12th of, I think it's 12th or 10th of this month. I don't go to lawyer events like that. I go to lawyer events to develop capacity, like CLE events, yes. But all these other events, they just do, I don't need to go to those events. I can read those things else. I can get it, I can record it, I can whatever. Where you need to get clients, your church, on the streets, your family. December is coming now. Go to all these events, go and meet them, show you're a lawyer. Don't go to lawyer events. I'm not saying you should not go, but go to lawyer events 30%, non-lawyer events 70%. If you do that, you can break. Because if you're going to that event, I want to break into that sector. You're also your client, you're also your competitors. So you're going to your competitors' events. You can't break into that sector because they're also looking for clients like you too. So you also break in. Once you network, once you make clients, go to non-lawyer events, online and offline. You get clients. Trust me, you will get clients.
Thank you, Ceci. So don't look down on anyone. That was one thing that stood out for me. Don't say, I beg, which brief will this person bring for me? Prove your worth at any point in time. So the third question we have for you is, how are you able to build your expertise in real estate law? How are you able to build your expertise in it?
That's a very fantastic question. So so as a lawyer, one thing that worked for you is that you have to be teachable. When I was in law school, I would not like to you. It's just only civil litigation I could say that I understood. Like most pass, I just read this to pass exam, I passed exam. But what I can say I really remember very well civil litigation. I loved going to court. I knew I was going to I just loved. I fell into litigation, drafting. I could do those things from my edge. Even after law school, I knew how to draft a motion. But every other course, trust me, I don't know. I forgot them. Like I didn't forget them, but I can't really say that they stuck with me when I started practicing as a lawyer. So when I started practicing as a lawyer, after I left my boss in 2016, I didn't have an office yet. I was working with one of my pastors on his office. I got an office in 2017 January. When I got my office, first thing I did, I was secretary, I was the only one that what I teach, I carried this textbook, Law of Real Property by Darden. Why Darden? I lost lecture. I was in Encompasses campus. So Darden was a lecture, popular lecture, was his book was recommended for all of us in law school. I read that book I read from deed, everything up to I think I stopped at seal of law. So I think I don't at bills because I thought I want to do this practice. Let me understand this thing now. Let me understand this thing now. Like there's no exam now, no by exam. I want to understand this thing very well. It looked foolish, but I was glad I did that thing. So I read that textbook very well, and something struck me. Now in that textbook, I now knew that there was a difference between deed of conveyance and deed of assignment. Lawyers till today make the mistake that this distinction. A deed is any instrument. Sorry, any sale of national action must be done by deed. Sale of land, by will, by asset, any way must be done by deed. But you have conveyance. So conveyance is just transfer. Deed of conveyance is a conveyance. Deed of assets is a conveyance. Anyway, you transfer land is a conveyance. But now assignment is I have this portion of land. I've gotten a legal title, which is C of O, for about 99 years. And I used, say, 10 years, remaining 89 years, and I sold to Mr. Jeffrey. Now, what am I doing now? I'm conveying on one hand, but I am more particularly assigning. I'm assigning the remainder of my legal interests to this man for consideration. So it's this outright sale, but that sale is an assignment. It's not a conveyance because if it's a conveyance now, that means there was no assignment on it before. It's taken from someone that didn't have any assignment from anybody, from any governor, just a sale. I knew that thing. As if you call it in Christian say Rema, like Rema, I got a Rema. Like that just opened my just go like, wow, this is what this thing means in law school, assignment and conveyance. That means I'm drafting a deed for a client that is buying a land without legal title, without a C of O. It will be titled deed of conveyance or land sale agreement. If it's a transaction that involves a legal title, like a C of O or consent, I'm drafting a deed of assignment. Trust me, many lawyers always ask me this question. When they ask me, what should I do? I say deed of conveyance. They argue. When I explain to like this, wow, it's true, you're right. I say, well, actually, in practice, you draft a deed of assignments for conveyance. Nobody will stop you. In lands, we want to go back. We think of the But I feel that if you meet a client that is exposed to good lawyers around you, that are very sound lawyers and SCNs, might criticize that document. There is mixture of assignment for conveyance. So that thing, I got the revelation. I understood that thing very well. I read that book, drafting a recital. I understood how to draft a deed. I've done a couple before, but that moment I read that book like that, that was how I knew it. And so whenever I get to the job, I don't have to look at any precedent for it. I can draft my deed assignment for my head now. No precedent. I don't need precedent for anything. Just wake me up. I'll draft for you. It's the easiest to draft in this life. It's the easiest thing. I've gone to meetings with clients. I was just agreement. What do you think? I'll say it is rubbish, that they draft, that nonsense. And I'm not judging. I'm not trying to be that lawyer, but that's the truth. So you have to develop capacity by studying. If you like an area of law, you have to immerse yourself. Now, immerse yourself at the time when you don't have jobs to do. Not when you have to do job for your boss. That time you have to consult books. But when you don't have anything to do, when you are free, weekends, those holiday period, those times, just come on, immerse yourself. I've seen mistakes by lawyers. Like, now I don't say I know everything, but the area of law I know is excellent. I'm not even apologizing for that. I am good at it. I'm excellent. I speak bridge, talk real estate law. I know what I'm talking about. I know even things that are not even legal. I know it, but I read materials, newspapers, industry insights. I'm always online. She knows me. I'm always browsing. I am always online. So I read a lot of things. You can't catch me unawares on anything in my industry, real estate. I'll tell you what's happening. I am super updated. Not every area of law, but what this area of law, other areas of law, I can ask my friends to tell me stuff about it. I can read very. But this one area of law, because then I was very young, and to give me their money, and do not say this guy made a mistake. I needed to be sure I knew what I was doing. So I would say that you have to be passionate about reading. Reading is very fun and it can be annoying sometimes. But if you know that you want to be an expert specialist, you don't have a choice. You have to read. You have to read to understand. You have to read to be read. I buy a lot of real estate books. Not that they're not doing things there anymore. I know them, but I just buy because I can't tell what I'll learn. So I learn like that, and I learn from non-lawyers, I learn from agents, ask them questions, we go out together to events. I don't look down on them because they know what I don't know. I ask obvious questions. So because we are in the same industry, and I need their experts to advise my clients. So most times I ask them, I knew all I knew about surveying from surveyors. They told me some things. I thought some legal stuff, but I know that I can't survey a job. I'll say I'll source it to them. But let me just know what I tell my clients sometimes. So I have to get myself equipped, knowledgeable. Ask me, oh, what do I do now? I got this land. I'll tell you about surveying. So really, yes, get a surveyor, chat the land, do this. How do I know those things? I had to study, I had to read, study, interact with people, and that was how I was able to build myself up. So that is just how. So you can have what you call the 5-hour rule. 5-hour rule by I think it's popular by this man Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett says that you have to invest in yourself. The investment in yourself pays the biggest return on investment. And how do you do that? Spend at least 1 hour every day reading. 1 hour times 5 is 5 hours. We call it the 5-hour rule. 5 hours every week of reading an area of law. I'm telling you, in 3 months, you can't be the same. Like, fine, that knowledge may not come handy. But whenever you have a client, you just start talking, you just start speaking confidently, you just pouring out. And some lawyers don't know what you know. That's the annoying thing. That's what I see some lawyers that don't even know what I know, and they get briefs that are massive. So just get yourself developed. Have a plan. That's not like I like reading very early in the morning, 5 a.m., 6 a.m. I like to read very early. Or when I get to the office after I come back, of course, I start to read for like 30 minutes on my phone. I find it's time to read somehow. That I'm not reading for a client's job. No, not that one. No. This one, my just personal reading to just stay up to date and be developed. So if you can't do that as a lawyer, you might struggle. Relying on precedent is not always good. Understand this thing by your heart. Have it, let it be at the fingertip. I don't know how to draft a precedent. I do that, but if you tell me that drafts now, when I'm traveling somewhere, I'll draft where I am there. That laptop, I'll go and type somewhere and give the client. I'll send by email. I don't have to look at anything because it's something I say I'm doing as a specialization. Why should I look at books? Why? And if I look at any books, just to guide me. But I understand the underlying principle behind that thing. I tell the clients the legal aspects. And for real estate, for example, so if you want to advise a client on something like a will now, wills, so that aspect of wills that deal with drafting, other aspects deal with the procedure. How do you get this will lodged in the high court? That is not something you can see in your textbook. So what do? I make friends with all these high courts, all these staff in high court, registrars, I make friends with them. I ask them, madam, please, how do you lodge a will? Not when I also do, I ask them ahead of time. I get a number, I give them money, not bribe now. Just, man, I just should greet you. Madam, I know your voice there. I just take this 2,000 naira for lunch. When I call them for opinion, they will not tell me that. They will all pick my calls immediately. People that I have in line registry, I give them money. Say, madam, please do this search. What do I do? I don't know it. This is not a textbook. This is a procedure. They'll tell me, book a letter, do this, or they've changed the procedure. They'll tell me right there. So that time I can tell my clients the latest procedure. But the guy wants to know what to do first, why he pays you money. So it's not only within your textbook. You have to understand the areas that affect your practice and your clients. Get this information handy. You don't get the information when you have a job. So before you get a job, you have to go and meet people that are in these offices. Identify the people that are in offices, make friends with them, be nice to them, buy things for them, and go your own. When you need their help, and say, man, please give me the list of items for launching away. You'll just give it to you on WhatsApp. We'll just say, don't come to the office. We'll give you WhatsApp. We'll give you. Don't worry. We'll give you. So don't just think reading is because you have a case in court or you want to write a very good argument, brief, you want to draft an argument. Not really. It's because your clients deserve to get the best advice. They need to get the updated opinion. They need to get the procedure as of things today. These things change. So the only way to keep up to date when you ask people questions, that is also personal development. So make sure you are actively doing this on a regular basis. Otherwise, you practice law. But when you see there's a person that you'll be scared, you run away. I've seen a drafted agreement, but I was like, man, I'm still a joker. This guy ahead of me. I have to go and buckle up my style of drafting. If your client should see kind of lawyers, your clients will look down on you. You're incompetent. No lawyer should tell you in your own area of social media because whatever you do as a lawyer in your area should stand before any SAN. And that thing will be assessed 9/10. Because it's the same practice, the same thing. There are some people ahead of us, our mates, our juniors. So I was one lawyer, I was a lawyer in 2018 during a land transaction. My client was the buyer of the land. So we bought that land. And after a long argument, we got that land. And they said, counsel, I've seen your agreement. And he brought it to the assignment for me to vet it as the other lawyer to the buyer, to the seller. Said, I cannot find anything here to correct. Say, you have done a good job. Keep it up. That day, I felt like mine was just swelling up, like, man, this guy, all right, like, this is a lawyer of 25 years plus telling me that my document is spotless. You only told me one correction. That under that part of after referred to as executors, heirs, and successors in title, that I should change something. That was the only area. There was nothing this man could say I didn't do right. That's one thing that drives me. Other lawyers telling me that my office is not good enough.
Time, sorry, you're looking at your time.
That's just it. So if you want to be the person as a lawyer, is be intentional about developing your capacity. Don't wait for jobs to come or these jobs. Please, have your own timetable for yourself. Do it. And as you keep at it consistently, you might struggle. Sometimes you get so busy, you not do it. Once you are consistent over time, you become good at what you do. You become so confident that I know this thing. If a job comes, I can deliver this job for the clients.
Thank you, Ceci. Thank you. I don't know. Can you guys mute yourselves? If you're on mute, please mute yourselves. There's background noise somewhere. So 2 things that stood out for me from what Ceci said: understand the underlying principle in whatever area you want to specialize in. And that's where everything comes in. And the second thing that stood out for me is the fact that you need to keep up to date with industry trends. So that's where commercial awareness comes in. What is happening? You should be aware. Commercial awareness, that's something you should read more on. Go and research more on that. So keep up to date. So the fourth question we have for you, Ceci, is what is the scope of legal services that real estate law encompasses? What are some of the duties that a lawyer in real estate can offer his client? Can you break it down for us?
Yeah. So for me, that was something that as a lawyer, I told you about the practice of law and the business of law. So what I did when I left my boss's office then, I sat down. I want to do this. What does it entail? And it's not hard. Just carry your textbook, Dadem. Carry I.O. Smith. Now, Dadem is just the best textbook, but Dadem will tell you all the area of practice. The topics in Dadem are the services you offer to your clients. So I put them into 4 areas. Number 1 area is acquisitions. Want to buy land, want to sell land. A lawyer must advise his clients. RPC, advise your clients. Do due diligence before you now draft. When you now draft, what do you do next? Publishing of title. All those aspects I group them under property acquisition. So under that one, you have advisory. Advise your clients what to do, what to do. See, when client comes to buy land, your job is not just to do agreement. If you do that, you don't make much money. And you don't communicate value. When the client approached me 3 months ago to buy land, he said, I bought a negotiation to do the agreements. I said, I'll send you my letter of engagement. In my letter of engagement, I told the client that number one, we're going to do legal advisory. We advise you generally on everything you know about this land, what you need to do to prepare your title. That's one area I'll make money from that advisory role. Because he has already bought the land, so I can't help him with search again. So if he has not bought the land, I'll start with due diligence and searches. That involves, yeah, it's registered, which officers or go to the office of your general and also land registry to verify the title. If it's the same thing what the buyer seller is going to us, that's one head. Two, they are now going to look at the land. Is there any encumbrances in court? Are there any charges? Look at all those things. That's one aspect. Then we now come to the area of advisory. We now come to documentation. We now go to partition of title. The other aspect after that one now is what I refer to as tenancy. Tenancy is everything that has to do with landlord and tenants. So let's say an apartment, you have to let an apartment to a tenant. What do? You don't do an agreement for a tenant. You have to screen the tenants. You have to screen the guarantors. You have to prepare the agreement. Advise the landlord on his rights and obligation. Landlord, how will you, if it's not tenants, what will you do? Advisory. If the tenant, for example, dies in the house, what will you do? So advisory, you advise the landlord to prepare the tenancy agreement. That is on the area of tenancy. The third area for me, what I classify under inheritance. Inheritance is, I have a party now. I want to give it out to my loved ones or give it out to whatever. That's the inheritance. So how to transfer your real estate assets from you to your family or your estate or to any other body wants to transfer. That's the other area. Call it probate, whatever, bills, probate, but I call it inheritance. Inheritance / administration of estates. So before the person dies, it's more like inheritance. So you have to transfer the is it by of gifts, is it by will, is it by trust, is it by other method. You advise the client, prepare the will, lodge the will. Then if the person is now late, you're advising the estate, person's family. Because most times real estate goes with inheritance. You can't avoid it. Like they are twins. So that is I go to know that one later on, but they are twins. So if you are real estate, you have to also be good in the law of your state that has to do with inheritance, the wisdom of Lagos State, and also the addition of estate law of your state. You have to understand what the law says. Also customs. I mean, Lagos State, the custom is very it's popular here. This family dies, they don't have a will. And when we share the party, how they share it? Say they want to go to for any early. It has to go by custom and tradition. And custom says that you share it equally. That's what you call a you give me 2 wives, two branches or 3 branches. You share to each branch. If man has 3 wives, each branch will take 1 plot each. Or Oriojori. Oriojori means that the eldest will take more than the men will take more than the people that are more will take the same people that are less. They will share equally. I don't know something like that. So you have to look at your area. Don't say I'm a lawyer. I don't want from custom. You miss out of briefs. Know the custom in that area. The last one is dispute resolution. So anything has to do with party dispute resolution, title cases, trespass to land, tenancy disputes, arbitration, and let me tell you something. Things are changing. So when Mike called me on Thursday, it was on Thursday. I was leaving court or something. It was on Wednesday. That was the day I was in court with Mary. Mary was on this call. Yes, Mary. Was that last week? I think that was last week Thursday or in court. So my friend asked me, wants to be court arbitration, that should he do it? He said, yes. See how they get job. I said, you get job when you start drafting your documents. Even tenancy documents, even land documents, and start putting there in the event of a dispute. Parties agree to go to arbitration. That job will come back to you. I drafted that agreement. That's how I start getting the job. So you just start queuing somewhere. It's not fun. So this resolution is another area of practice for a lawyer, but most of lawyers also go to that area and will leave all these other areas. And it's another area of law. That one is not really this, but it's related to construction law. That's what has to do it. development of housing. This house in Lagos, all this house in Ikui, that house that house that collapsed in Ikui, that's a construction issue. There are lawyers that advise engineers, contractors, builders on massive development. This kind of buildings, they have lawyers that advise that do contracts with contractors. They make money. So I did a course for that around October. My results will be out very soon. So you can also explore construction law on its another area on its own. So it's a wide area. We have construction, we have engineering, and we have building. Building is just houses, but engineering is bridges and roads, bridge, all those powerful infrastructure. But the others are houses, buildings, houses, stadiums. So that's another area of practice in real estate you can also explore. But it's not about, so when people tell me that, as a am I making myself? I'm still scratching acquisition and whatever. I'm not even going to all this one. If I go to all these areas when I have a clientele, I don't need to go into corporate law anymore. I can do those things, but I don't think I want to do it like real estate. I can get lawyers that will be doing for me at the office. But I myself as a lawyer, I want to be able to do real estate. And once in a while, I have a client that's my client, I advise him on other areas of law that I'm very good at. But if I'm not good at it, I'll do it to a colleague or someone in my office that will do it for me. But for me and myself, I want to just be doing real estate as my 70% of practice. So these are the 4 areas I can see that you can break them down to services. You have acquisition, you have tenancy, you have inheritance, you also have dispute resolution, and maybe you can add constitutional law to it.
Thank you, Ceci. Out of these 4 areas you mentioned, I think one area that a new wig or a young lawyer can easily break into is maybe managing properties. So what are some of the duties? Yes, tenancy, managing properties, maybe a landlord says to manage this building for him or her. So what does it entail if a young lawyer is asked to manage a particular property? We manage tenants in the house. What does it entail? And then second question I have for you is that when it comes to acquisition, which is one area of real estate that you mentioned, when it comes to that, if someone wants to buy a family land and someone wants to buy a land owned by the government as statutory, what do you do in these 2 instances? So these are the 2 questions I have for you for this place. I'm sorry. Just give us more insight.
I'll try to wrap it up. So the first one is that tenancy. Now, as a lawyer, always reverse your mindset. What I mean by that is that you always think that legal knowledge comes first. The answer is no. When a client calls you on the phone or at the office or by any other method, the first thing that comes in is business savvy, not legal. Legal knowledge is the last thing you bring up or when they ask for opinion. What do I mean? The guy calls me, oh, Ceci, and this is not the same mistake I made, but I have to correct the mistake. When I met a mentor, he told me, so I have to adjust my practice, but I've done so much damage to myself already. I lost so much money. So when the client calls you, oh, Mary, I have a house in Agege to manage. Number one, is Agege your kind of area you want to manage parties? I don't think you should start from VIO, no, but you have to be sure. Now, once you say yes, you wish to go to Agege probably every once in a month and go and do the job. Otherwise, that client will think you're not serious. So don't just jump into your, I'll make money, No, think very well. Is that the area I want? That's why vision is very important. So before you start practicing, if I want to go into real estate law, what kind of clients do I want to serve? I have a standard in our office. Parties that are below 500,000 naira value, don't touch it. You have them now, but going forward, won't touch anymore. It's not pride. Just because we have a target to meet financially, and we just feel that a person that are above 500,000 and above will challenge us more. And those tenants there will likely be a tenant that will not give us problems, most likely. So 500,000 and above, that's our target. Then number 2, when the client now calls you and tells his problem, the first thing is to say, oh, the law says this, I'll help you put that relationship. Document it. Have a letter of engagement. So how you pick calls is very important. Hello, sir, who are your story? When you guys don't talk, listen to their stories. They'll say, yeah, I guess you understand. Oh, yeah. When you have to recap, okay, so you should know that tenants are not paying you rent, they are quite stubborn, they are stubborn, you want to get them out and you want to speak about the property. Say, yes, don't worry, sir. Sir, please give me about 30 minutes or 1 hour, or give me, like I'm really, really very busy. I'm still at work, I'm quite busy. And that's the truth. You're busy. I'm busy. But in the by 12 1 o'clock tomorrow, we'll send you a letter of engagement. Now, in your letter of engagement, what will you state there? You tell the clients, sequel to our discussion of so and so, so and so, so and so. Once you help you do this job, number one, scope of your service. What's you do for the clients? Number one, they're going to appraise the party. You appraise rental collection. You appraise everything happening there. You advise the clients. 2, 3, if you have to take over the party management, they are going to do the following services. You screen tenants. You're going to be agreeing for the tenants. Hand over possession of the keys to the tenants. Collect rent the following year. If there are issues on government, land discharge, all these issues on government on NEPA, you have a client interface with the authorities. Then there's disputes. Also, once you terminate the agreements with the tenants, you do that. And also, there's disputes. You manage that. Now, the client sees 10 things in your letter of agreements, like 10 things. Wow, this is so valuable. There's no how on the phone you have said those things. Even if you say it, if you can't forget about it, it will not sync. But within the documents, your letter edge, trying to see value. Say, wow. I see. You also have tenants that are, and before you even go ahead, you tell the client, you also state there the duration of the service, the duration of the service. You state there your fees, how much you collect, and where you put the money to your account. You also state there, like we always say, that your documents are safe with us, and they will be kept safely, and they will return later on. Confidentiality clause is always there. Then lastly, just put some other clauses there and put your clause sign. Please confirm your acceptance by signing. Most times, once you negotiate the fees, so we can talk about the phone on that negotiation. But the first fee we put for you, it will never be over the phone. It's been a letter of engagement. For past management, it's going to be a letter of engagement. So when you see that thing, that's not about that. That's not a legal issue. This was not taught to you in law school. This is something I learned from my mentor, not from law school. I learned it and it has helped me. So the client sees that they are coming, they're not as an agent now. There's a lawyer. He's seeing the value that this person is bringing to the table. I can see a letter of this lawyer, and look at it as if you know what he's talking about. That is how to engage. Then, now bring in your legal knowledge. After I pay on the fees, he has paid you up for whatever it is. He doesn't say, before you even starting job for you, we will charge X amount of money as sign-on fee. Because it's supposed to be that year now, you're not getting a new tenant to come in. So you don't get your agreement money. You don't get agreement money. So how you want to earn fees? Before the clients will give, before I take on this job, you pay us sign-on fee. You go to the doctor, for example, now. Before he even treats you, you pay him for consultation fee. So you pay us money for sign-on / consultation fee. 20,000 naira, 30,000 naira, any amount, 10,000 naira is okay. Just pay. Then subsequently, you might start earning your fees from the following rent. Sometimes I'm lucky that their first time in a new house to earn your fees from both consultation fee and from the tenants will pay for agreements, you earn your agreements fee from that. So start with your letter of engagement, document it, don't start talking law to the clients. Then the second question, so if you have a party that is in property, right? What you should do is that always start with advice. Family that owns the property, the man, does he have a will? Does he not have a will? Just investigate issues, ask questions. And for a lawyer, one thing will save you from stress. Processes. For every area of my practice area, I have a process documented. I have for tenancy, I have a letter of engagement. I have a data capturing form for existing tenants. I'll give you a form, give me tenant's name, rent anniversary, arrears or not in arrears of rent, how much are they paying, when is the next payment due. When they give me that details, I have the form already. It's my system. It's already ready. I'll just send it to you a PDF or WhatsApp or email. That's the process. If it is notice to quit, I have the process. Questionnaire. Give me landlord's name, tenant's name, house address, apartment type, rental value. What's the issue? State the issue. It's already there. So, sir, fill this one for me and send it back to me. When you get this form, I go on a fee. You cannot prepare a notice to quit. For wills too, We have a form for that. Every practice area in our office, we have a process. It saves you stress. Talking about the phone for 3 hours, you don't need to do that. Hear the client's problem. We had a problem. So for family property, just tell them, give me a question how to feel. When you fill the question, you cannot ask them further question. What do you want to do? You want to sell it? Person buying it, you tell the person buying it, okay, you want to buy property, these are the issues at stake. You must make sure all the members of that family are in agreement. Let them write us a letter or something. Let them give us, a document saying they agree to sell. And the head of family and the key members, these are different wives, different branches, they've signed and giving consent. I will not buy the land and say that, oh, if you want to call, it needs to sell to you, it is fraudulently, but you don't sell outside the sale. The amount of clients are the likely issues that may arise. Therefore, these are the safeguard you have to employ. Let's do ABC. Then for the other one, he asked me about when I was a CFO or something. I'm a question already.
Yes.
So when you say CFO property, the first question is
sorry, like is it a family land that's a government-owned land? Like, yes, that's what I'm asking.
So let me make it easy for you. So you want to even do anything about land generally, anything about land, develop your questionnaire. Raise questions that you can ask the seller. If it's not that is CFO, it's not the same thing that it's not the CFO, but that is under a will, under whatever. So the first thing is that you need to determine if the person has a legal title, CFO or governor's consent. That is CFO. Ask for the details of the CFO. Most times in Lagos, it is always like this 17A/17/ the year. That's the format, or 15A/. So we just pick out that number, go to land registry yourself, and ask for the CTC of the CFO with this particulars. If the CTC comes out, is given to you now, and the CFO you got in from CTC, it's the same thing with the one the seller is giving to you. Number one, pass mark. That thing is legit. Number two, now, this is standing for you that wants to sell to you. This is a person that his name is on that CFO. Ask for means of ID. Sir, can we see your ID? As a lawyer, you have to learn to be confident. Most of your clients in real estate are going to be your fathers and your mothers. They are way, way older than you. But it does not matter. Because on legal matters, you are the expert, you are the specialist. So they are going to come to you for advice. So but you must be able to talk to them like you know you're talking about. You are confident, you are humble, you are collected, you breathe knowledge, you ooze this thing about you that you know it. And they can smell it from you. They know if you don't know, you don't need to ask and say, young lawyer, just trying, you know. So make sure you ask questions and tell your client these are the issues that will likely arise if we do this. Advisory, don't go ahead. Advisory, go ahead. Then the one I usually recommend most is that for most of the land in Nigeria, you don't have a CFO. So how you save your client of problems and stress is that make friends with surveyors. They are your friends. You can't do that then. Trust me, you can't. You try it, your clients will just make this money. So make friends with surveyors, and before your client pays any money, say your client, you have to go and do a land information with the surveyor to ascertain if this property falls within an area that is under government acquisition or not. A land that falls under government acquisition means by a gazette, government has acquired that land compulsorily for something in future. Anybody that buys that land can never get a legal title like a CFO. You can't get because you can't give what you don't have. You can't get what's not even yours in the first place. Let's sell it to you, it's not the owner. It is government that owns it. And there are two types. We have committed acquisition and non-committed acquisition. Committed means that it is committed for a specific government project, roads, rails, stadium, markets, housing estates. So like buy the land 50 times, you can't get a CFO. You come 1 time, 1 year, and demolish all the houses there. and will not pay any compensation. The client is being that kind of party, tend to hands off and run away. You have another type that is non-committed. That one, the government has acquired it for projects in the time, but because of people have encroached on the land and it built houses, and it will now be unconscionable for government to now say too much. They will now ask the people that have bought it illegally to come to government now for ratification. So you now pay another fee to government. I'm buying it twice now to government. They now release the document to you. Land to you, it's now your own. Because government is now selling that document to you. You now get your title document. So this is what the surveyor will do for you within 3 hours. You go with your phone, or they have a small gadget. They have a small gadget. You go to the phone, to the site, stand there, take the coordinates east, west, north, south. Send those coordinates to the office of the surveyor general of that state. You will tell the person, this is the land, oh, this is what is there, oh. And you can even demand for a note. They can give you a note from that office. You know, they can give you a land information, but you pay for that one. They can take it by a month. They're buying it out. If land is free, I want to buy. You cannot ask them to give you a memo, which should be on their own letter. So I will not say tomorrow that's not free, because they said it's free on their own letter. You cannot write to requesting for request for land information on so and so land. They will now give you from their own office that yes, the land is free, A, B, C, D. You now keep the documents and do your survey plan and you see your farm. So that's just how you can. So if you go to this route, people that is CFO, your clients will likely make a mistake. And that's what clients want to hear things that will give them confidence and assurance to invest their money in real estate.
Thank you, Ceci. We're supposed to have 3 more questions for you because there's no time. I'll just take the last question because basically the other two, you kind of covered it. What opportunities are available in real estate? You've covered it already, right? The opportunities available, you've covered it, yes. And then as the skills that you need, I think you touched it in the beginning, skills that you need to excel. You talked about it.
Let me talk about skills. Okay.
And then how you can create visibility. Yes. Okay. Don't say much about it because the main one.
For skills, you see, as a starter, your first skill is assumed that you're a lawyer, you know what to do as a lawyer. So on the ground, I know that you're reading your book and you're preparing yourself, but that is not the first skill you need to show out. What you need to show outside non-lawyers, it is how to get to your target clients. We call it networking / business development. How do you meet somebody? And that relationship leads to a business relationship that give you a brief. And honestly, I must confess to my friends on this call. Right now, I'm living in the best time of the planet of Earth. The best time ever in terms of meeting people.
Okay, sorry, Ceci.
So what you need to do, what you need to do is that you need to be able to use the internet excellently.
Okay, sorry, Ceci. I think that question is part of how to create visibility. I don't know if that's what you're answering already.
Skills, no, it's skills, but that's just one skill. That's one skill. So you have to learn how to be visible to your target client. And the first thing is that, who are my target clients? Property owners, real estate investors, who want to buy land, either individually or collectively, or to build mass housing, whatever they are, real estate investors and property owners. So how do you find this? What's their demography? What's their age? An average person that can buy land, for example, in Lagos, is between 30 and say 45. They can buy now. They can just buy, even if it's 1 plus 1 million there. That's the average age, 30 to 45. It means that people you should be hanging out with that should be in that category. Then 2, what business do they do? This is the way to identify a client now. What business do they do? Someone that will buy land must be earning at least in a year. His salary, his take-home salary should be like 1 million, 2 million per year. So you can take a loan from a bank or from a cooperative and save money and buy a land of 2-3 million. So you need to know their job. You need to know their demography. You need to know their job title, what they do. You need to also know, what are their fears? What do they fear about this thing? Number 1, they fear falling into scams, losing their money, title issues. So these fears now, how do you address these fears? Through your knowledge and through your content. When you have this you don't have this answer now. Now start meeting the client. When you meet the client at first, like this person is a potential client. You may not give me the job, but it's a potential prospect. So let me talk to him about real estate. Educate his mind, and from there you can have a relationship. So you have to learn to be visible to your clients offline and online. And online, everybody on this call, there's no reason why in a week you should not be having minimum of at least 3 people reach out to you in your practice area, at least for a call or advice, telling you that, oh, please now, what do I do? If you don't have that, I'm sorry, you have to wake up. And when she called me in that call, I was saying that this is the best time to be a human being, a lawyer, because you have the internet. The last, I worked on some business assignments of client. The last 3 of them, they are all based, okay, 2 are based in France, 1 is based in Port Harcourt. Imagine a lawyer in Lagos State getting based in Port Harcourt. How did I do it? LinkedIn. So I'm super active on LinkedIn. I don't say buy my property, I don't sell properties. I don't advertise land. I don't do those things. I don't even say I'm a lawyer, patronize me. I don't do that. What I do is that I write content that educates my audience, that answers the questions they are having in their hearts when they want to buy properties or real estate or tenancy or tenants. I write content that answers those questions through storytelling, direct content, and whatever it means. Now, when they like that content, now I go back to those people and start engaging them in the DMs. Oh, I saw you like my content. Oh, I love to meet you. I love to. Before you know it, before you know it, they give me a job to do. So that's why I said that one of the skills is ability to develop business. And that subset, you need the skill to be able to identify your target clients and to strike up conversations with them online and offline. And that skill to develop is the ability to work with other professionals in the real estate industry, surveyors, engineers, real estate agents. You can't do that because most of your clients want to buy properties, you don't know where they are. The agents know where these properties are. I work with them, say, okay, I have clients for you, but this is what we'll do. So my clients, they will pay X amount of money. How much you give me for referral, for referring these clients? Since you have the seller, you've got a deal with them. I don't pay you your fees. You guys also pay you for legal, also pay for advisory. You make your money in 2 places. So our ability to relate to other professionals in that area, bring them together, relate with them, is one skill you must develop. The third one, you must learn how to give advice. Now, advice is not something you give to somebody like take it or leave it. If this property you're talking about now is owned by a family that is of 2 wives, one brand wants to sell, that brand wants to sell. How and client wants to buy, how do you solve that problem? That's not a legal solution. You must think creatively. How do I meet the other party, discuss with them, beg them, negotiate with them, if increase the offer, whatever. Those are the things you must think for your clients. The other one is ability for you to be able to spot a defect in title. That ability comes by reading several agreements, understanding how a conveyance or assignment should be drafted. If this thing is not here, there is a problem. A conveyance or assignment does not have a recital, does not have how root of title was gotten. It's a problem already for your clients. How do you cure that defect? Or the seller does not have the document as a bond. What do you do? And your client wants to buy. You say, okay, now documents won't buy again. You can't say that. You lose the deal. You must find a way to cure the seller's problem so your clients can buy that and get your money. So ability to be able to advise your client out of the box, to think of solutions that are creative, to counsel and advise your clients in a way that is practical and commercial. You must also be able to pay attention to details. You can't just speak and just say, you must spot errors, not for spotting sake, but to advise your clients, these are the issues, and these are what we can do to rectify these problems. I also mentioned relationship with people that are in the industry, like the government, regulatory agencies like the land registry, the High Court, the CAC. You must have somebody in all these offices that is your party. Last year, I was doing a CAC job and I was frustrated. And somebody called from Abuja, CAC, then CAC banned me to come to the offices physically. during COVID. He called me, he said, are you from Bodagri? I said, yes. He said, I see your mail, I see your email in our inbox, and I was like, this guy's my brother. And that's how I got that man's number. And that man solved that problem with a phone call. And since then, I have his number. I have his number in land registry and the high court, everywhere. I have his numbers that if I have an issue, even in the state, I'll call them. So being able to develop strategic relationship, even with agents, asking people, what is the current price of rent? What is the rental value of this property here now? You can't know that by yourself or guess. You have to ask agents that are also in the same industry like you are. And be humble. Okay, no, what's the price of house? Tell me for this here now. I won't know. Oh, now $1 million, Papa. You ask for 5 or 500. You have to now know the going rate. Ask the new house. So ask the 1.2 million, 1.3 million. You ask my client, this is going rate in the market, and this is how much you can charge at max for a year's rent. Those relationships will help you serve your clients better. These are the most important skill. If you don't have a client, all these other skills are useless. So be able to be visible to your clients. LinkedIn, LinkedIn, LinkedIn. LinkedIn, all your clients might not be on LinkedIn. I agree. They're mostly on Facebook, mostly. But on LinkedIn, your clients are on LinkedIn are the motivated ones, the exposed ones that are very cerebral and will not give you stress much because they are also motivated. And most people on LinkedIn, they don't give stress. I know them. I'm a LinkedIn. I live on LinkedIn very well, so I know them very well. They don't give stress. So if you can come on LinkedIn, just 6 months. Most times you're in a hurry to start seeing results. You don't want to put in the work. If you can say, Ceci, coach me for LinkedIn for one or 2 or 3 or 4 weeks, and give me another follow for like 5 months, I'll do what I want to tell them to do. Don't think of getting clients. Understand how this platform works. My friends, I'm telling you, before the end of next year, you get 1 major client. If you are willing to put in the work, clients don't come first. Reputation comes first. Today now, I posted that I'm celebrating 9 years as a lawyer. I posted on LinkedIn. Less than an hour, less than an hour. That thing has gotten about 2,000 views. How did I do that? I just get to that level. I put in the work over and over and over. Same thing on Facebook. Now, how many lawyers have put that on their? How many lawyers have posted about that today now? Many lawyers didn't post about that. And your clients have seen 9 years. 1, respect will increase for you. 2, they'll be happy for you. You are reminding them of your journey. That is not a post to brag. That's a post to just visibility. Internet thrives on showing up regularly. I mean, social media. When you show up regularly and give content that is always beneficial to your audience, they will come back to you. And I just put a picture there, just a picture with me and down. I designed the graphics celebrating 9 years of God's faithfulness as a barrister and solicitor of this. That thing was done about 5 days ago. Talk about being intentional. I told my graphic designer, do this, get 3 from 3. I just chose 1 and I posted it there. So now without even reading my post, because Facebook will show the first 3 lines of that, you just see the picture and it speaks for itself. People want to celebrate you as a lawyer. What are you telling your audience? What are you telling? I just quiet, walking around. I'm a lawyer. Nobody knows your age at the bar. They don't know what you're celebrating. You go to MBT, they don't post it on Facebook or LinkedIn. You go to conference, they don't post it. You come to webinar. Even this webinar are attending, you have posted it on your status on WhatsApp. Your client has seen, your client that will patronize you are seeing this thing. And it gives them this comfort that my lawyer, you know, that's very funny. Call your lawyer. That pain is calling your lawyer. But truly, when your lawyer goes in their circle, maybe the only person that they can easily call upon as a lawyer. You see, my lawyer, some of them posted it today now on their own status. I did not ask them to post it. That's what we call reputation, showing up, visibility. Imagine they're posting it on their own status now. People in their own network are seeing them celebrating their lawyer. That thing sits in the subconscious mind. Tomorrow, those people in their network ask the guy, tell your lawyer we do 9 years anniversary. I won't do one agreement. Tell me call him. The person will call me. It is not hard. They are just lazy. I was like that before. I was like that before, but I had to wake up last year and say, guy, I cannot be in Lagos, Nigeria, and be broke. I can't be there at 8 years, 7, 8 years at the bar. I cannot have clients in abroad. It's nonsense. And there's internet. I have to start reading. So as a lawyer, your number one assignment is to always be visible to your potential clients and existing clients. Anywhere I'm invited to any conference, program, whatever, I always post it. They are legal or non-legal. Why am I posting it? I'm posting it for my clients to see my activities. This way I go to this event, seriously, this lawyer is busy, this lawyer is active, this lawyer is, when I come back, I'll share takeaways from that particular event that will benefit them. The issue is that most of us want to just be online to catch cruise, show fine picture. Who that one help? Who that pay busy? Okay, no. Most times I don't post my pictures online. I don't post anything to my family. I post things about my industry that will benefit my clients. But because it's personal branding, once in a while, I share my pictures. I go to them so that you can see the person that is behind all of these activities. So if you're not doing this, like attend 1,000 webinars, you'll not get any clients. If you get clients, you'll not get high quality clients. Your number one assignment as a young lawyer on this call is to learn. See, that's one problem most people have. You don't want to learn. Once you can start it by yourself. And once you can learn on Google. Yes, I learned mine on Google and I watch YouTube videos. But either you learn from somebody or learn by yourself, you must learn it. Because I joined Facebook in 2018 when I was in year 2 in university, year 3. Why was I not visible all those years, all those over 8 or 9 years? Why? I didn't know how to do it. But just 1 year, last year, COVID, I took a course, Fundamentals of Digital Marketing by Google. Google that course on Google. It's free. And I learned that I took that course for 5 days. Passed the exam. How can I apply this course now to LinkedIn, to Facebook? I began to apply them. So you're on IG, you're on LinkedIn, you're on Facebook, Twitter, they're all good. But you have to understand how to use that platform effectively to build visibility, 1. 2, to build a reputation. You must be known for something. On Facebook, I'm not for real estate. Every time I'm asked to speak on a webinar, I post it on Facebook, LinkedIn, WhatsApp. Now, you don't have to say, proud to our time. For you to do what I'm doing now, you have to be an SAN, a top lawyer, speaking at MBA will call you for one event. Now, I've not spoken at MBA but only once. I spoke to young lawyers in my branch. I think that was early this year, or yes, that was early this year. My branch, then I was chairman of the CLA committee of young lawyers, so they invited me back to speak to them. But aside like that speaking, I've spoken to hundreds of people online in the last 18 months. I have every single flyer in my laptop. I can show it to you. You can do the same thing. That is reputation. I am building a reputation. And the results will not come the following day, but it is building. It is building. It is building. There'll be a time you get to the tipping point. At that point, you just need to call your number. And I pick up my number. I always get out of picking calls because I pick calls and that was not the same. That was not the situation 2 years ago. My phone barely rings. But now my phone is steady ringing. And my phone does not go over because my numbers are all over the internet. Hey, I saw your number online. I also call your Bloomgate Chambers. Okay, everywhere. So understanding the most important skill. What I'm saying is that all these skills are fantastic. But your clients cannot find you. You can't find your clients. You can't practice law for yourself. You're practicing law to make money. Money comes when you give value. Then you exchange value with money. Person that gets value gives you money. So how do you want to be rich? How do you want to get money if you don't have visibility? That first of all, the first people see you. They will know you. They will like you. They will trust you. I have a webinar to speak on now next week. I think on the 9th of July, December, to lawyers too. Over 900 lawyers in Telegram, 900 lawyers. I'm speaking to those people. And owner of that Telegram was my former YLF chairman who brought me into that forum. And after he left, I became the chairman of the selling committee. My secretary of that committee, who is now the chairperson, Rosemond, she's speaking at the first law pavilion fireside chat with a senior lawyer, Olumi Babalola. How did she get there? She's very visible. And when your clients are seeing your webinars, on flyers, they start regarding you highly. Our problem is not MBA or the industry. Our problem most times is visibility. If you are visible, I think I said, no lawyer in Lagos can take all houses to manage the house. The person will die. No firm can do, no firm. And again, some clients will not come to you. Some client wants to get a young lawyer, wants to get an essence. So everybody will find their level. But are you visible? Why do you think someone like Money Obani is always on radio, TV, Falana, all these guys? Why are they always they don't have works within the offices? They have works to do, but by being visible, people keep remembering them. So if you have to leave this call with one call to action, I want you to go back and be angry with yourself and say, man, this December, I'm going to spend this December learning how to go on LinkedIn. This will pay for a course. This will learn it on Google. I don't care. By next year, I give myself a 1-year target. I want to build a reputation on LinkedIn. Now, don't get me wrong. You can't build a reputation like I built my own because I'm a senior. So it can't be the same. But your own level, with your own network, with your own circle, with you have circle now. Secondary school alumni group, your church, you have to be known. In my own church, nothing happens. Not just in my own branch. I mean, in my entire Oshodi now. In the whole Oshodi, nothing happens on real estate. They don't call me. If they don't call me, they will call the church lawyers in headquarters. But they must call me in my branch. They must definitely consult my opinion. The big pastors, they know me. It's not bragging. I have built a reputation in that church. I'm actively involved in the activities. So your own circle of influence. Post things. Be creative. Study people that are already visible. How are they doing this thing? I spend money on graphics. I don't have the money to. I bought ring lights. Why? Because I want to be visible. I bought ring lights. I bought this table, this phone stand. I knew that visibility is not cheap. I invested in it. That is when you now go out to all these events. Already, your reputation will precede you. That is when you tell the clients, pay me 1M. They will take you seriously. This guy is a busy lawyer. So let's speak at webinars, events, this, that. When you are busy, they know you're not joking. When they fly came to my office on Friday, they just come and please, I want to see this. I say, I'm busy, but come. When he came to my office, I have a Facebook Live event now by 2 p.m. already to 3. And I'm already late. He saw my lights in the office on. Ring light was already on. So I'm a busy person. You are going to call practice. I'm also busy building visibility by speaking, by posting online, doing content. And content is so magical. It sells you even when you're not there. Right now, I'm here on this call now. On Facebook and on LinkedIn and on WhatsApp. People are still engaging with that post I posted about my 9th year anniversary. That is visibility, man. It's reminding them of this guy. That's why I don't allow him to pass. When I don't feel like I just share this thing. Like, he can't until they know you. Until I get to the tipping point, I will not stop. If I am at level, I'm doing this day in, day out, then why are you not doing it? Why are you not doing it? So I'm not judging you though. I'm just challenging you. These are the things that will open doors for you beyond your legal knowledge. I read a book that book is titled The Brand Called You. I'll share the glory to share with all of us. The author said in that book, your visibility is more important than your ability. Your visibility is more important than your ability. Your visibility will get you, the client, and the job. Then your ability will help you keep them. Deliver great service. So why would you put your ability first? if you want any skill in any area of law, that is the most incredible skill right now, it is how to build relationships offline and online. And you know, online is online. I posted that on WhatsApp, Facebook, and LinkedIn. It will get a combined views of 6,000. I'm not boasting. It will get comments of at least 200. Tell me, how will I achieve 300 one question a day with people? I can't do that because I'm busy. Yeah, I'm in the car, you know, I'm in the bus, I'm on the bike. I can't do that. I'll get tired of that. I'm not a pastor that's a large congregation. So online is cheap, it's efficient, it reaches a mass audience fast. You now go back to those people one by one and start engaging. That is what you're building reputation. This is built one person at a time using that channel. So that is the most important skill you need as a real estate lawyer. And a lawyer in any other specialization, it is the most incredible skill that once you taste it, my friends, I have to tell Glory, I say, Glory, I know where I'm coming from. I don't want to ever go back there anymore. Go back on Friday, I was on LinkedIn, and I asked a lady on LinkedIn, not a lawyer, I asked her, have you ever attended any events offline? Then you met your LinkedIn connection. Lady said no. But she wants to attend one event very soon, on the 10th of December. And she wants to meet me. I said, that is a Sunday. I'm busy and I don't think I'll make it. She now sent me the flyer. She now mentioned the convener of that program. The convener of that program is one of the top HR guys in Nigeria, in Lagos, Nigeria. The guy works with 7up. I know that guy is a top guy on LinkedIn, even on like that. I said, no, this one, that event I'm coming. It says 5K, I'll pay. Don't worry. Mark me in. Why am I doing that? Going to that event, I'll meet that guy and people on his own category. The participant might be below me. But you know the funny thing, those guys will still grow one day. When they grow, those people that are below me, they only need a lawyer. And the lawyer was at their events and has kept in touch with them for the last 5, 6, 8, 10 years. 2 or 3 will still call me for jobs in the next 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. That's how this thing works. It's any skill we must learn. Be passionate about learning. If only one thing to learn in 2022, only one as a lawyer, learn how to be visible online and translate relationship offline. It's a skill. You can't just post. If you post, it will not work. There's a skill. It's an art to it. It's science and an art, and very, very simple. But it's not, you don't learn it overnight. That's my point. But it's doable. If I did it and I'm still doing it, and they got me an award, because they said they awarded me. They said I got an award as the most ambitious professional. So are you saying in this whole Lagos, there are other lawyers? There are other lawyers. Well, probably that person as most visible. We have 8 of us on that category, 8 of us, and we all won. I was the only lawyer, and a lawyer, and an engineer. We had about other people in that sector, all of them. They won. So if I was not visible, I will not get. I won another award even this year. But that one was votes. I said, me, I can't vote for an award. So I turned the award down. And that was my own community. I said, I can't ask my audience to vote for an award. So I turned the award down. I've got I have lawyers in UK on my contact right now. Nigerian lawyers that left Nigeria to qualify in UK, lecturing in UK, have their own law firm. They're my contact. I've not even called. I've not even started talking to them about briefs yet. They're just talking as, paddy. And they're my seniors. I have American lawyers. I have lawyers in jail. I have even other professions. When I travel to the country, I'll say, I'm in your country today, I'm coming over, let's catch up, and they'll meet me. And things will happen. So I don't know why you should limit yourself to Nigeria or to Lagos or to where you are. You're in a global village. This is when they say this is the era where that word really holds true now. That the world is a global village. And every tech tool out there now, it's like everybody's on the same platform now. We are all on the same pedestal. Your time might come out in one country first, but it still comes to your country later. Once it gets to your country, you can leverage that tool and be global. You can be global. You don't have to be playing local. We have to start somewhere. You have to start by being visible. WhatsApp status. It's not for the question. It's not for saying, I don't post to, yeah, I'm quiet. Who quiet? Help. Please tell me. You are quiet for who? For your destiny.
Nobody.
Be quiet. You can't be quiet. Yeah, there are days you don't. There are days you want to go offline. And yeah, there are days that I do that often. I don't just go on a retreat and all those things. Yeah, but I'm talking about normally. Why are you quiet? You are telling me that you have a real estate property in a prime area and it is undeveloped. Put that on air. You don't get rent. You want to get rent on your visibility as a lawyer. You have
Thank
to
you.
build your prime real estate. All your digital platforms, maybe it's one or two. LinkedIn, WhatsApp, and any other in that category.
Fine.
WhatsApp, LinkedIn, then trust me, the others, every that's invited onto you.
Thank you, Ceci. Thank you, guys. Visibility is key. I didn't know Ceci. I met him on LinkedIn, guys.
Exactly, yeah.
He was visible.
I
met him on LinkedIn and he posted something. I just saw his headline. I help real estate. I said, I need this person, you know. So you should be known for something. When they call your name, what legal service should come to their mind? When I hear of real estate, I think of Ceci. When I hear of entertainment law, I know who I think of. And I have fashion, I know, so you should be known for something. We're not saying that if clients bring other briefs, you should not handle maybe a multi-million brief and say no. Shashi handled the matter on data privacy the other time. That matter where needs that impose a fine on loans. Shakika said about it, right? Or he's a real estate lawyer. They handled the matter on data privacy. So being known for something doesn't mean that you shouldn't handle other briefs. But when you're known for something, clients will always attach your name to that. So visibility is key, guys. LinkedIn, connect with Shashi on LinkedIn. Yes, LinkedIn is best. International clients can get international clients.
Very sweet.
Yes. So please, you can connect with Shashi on LinkedIn, Shashi Hundein, if you have more questions for him, because we are running out of time. If you have any questions for him, you can connect with him.
Yes.
There. You can also connect with me.
Just questions like one or two from the audience.
All right. Okay. Fine.
Fine.
No worries. Okay. It's your time, you know. So do you guys have any questions for Shashi before he leaves us? He's running out of time. Do you guys have any questions for him? You can raise your hand. Okay. I guess no one has a question for you, Shashi.
I'm seeing a question. Okay. I saw, someone say gossip for me. Gossip.
Yes, so.
I can't gossip for you, lawyers. Let me tell you, young lawyers.
Gossip.
Let me tell you something as a young lawyer. You have to leave this mindset of MBA, the seniors will help me. You know, law is not profitable. Law is a scam. Nothing is easy in Nigeria. You go to tech, you go to find something, just pay well at entry level. I agree, like medicals and all those things. But if you're in law, what you need to do is you need to take ownership of your destiny, career destiny. You can't tell me that course for me on LinkedIn. Nobody. See, I knew that my destiny, my life is dependent on visibility. I have to go for it. Do you know how I say right on LinkedIn? I was saying it on LinkedIn on my laptop, and the words would be too much because LinkedIn there was 1,200 words. So I'll write on LinkedIn and it will be over the limit. So I have to edit it. If pandemic, I have to edit it. That's why I said I have to learn it by sweat and blood. Eventually, I can start writing posts on my phone. Now I don't write on my laptop anymore. On my phone, I write my Google documents and I post on LinkedIn. And it's not long anymore. I post it for you. You have to be ready to put in the work yourself. You have to be ready to go there. Google stuff. Now, last time I'm there, both ring lights. As I do, I have to go and read about Ryan ring lights. I did a Facebook live. I did a LinkedIn masterclass webinar about 2 weeks ago. And the quality of that program was very poor. The lighting was not clear. And I asked my friend, what happened? They told me that your office is not well lit, this, that, paint your office. And I had to put more light in my office, just about on top. I had to put 2 more lights. And they paint your office to white. Use the white color, which I'm going to do on Monday, that your office will be very bright. I'm just asking questions. The idea of graphics, nobody taught me. My friends in my network told me, they gave me a graphics person. They're not lawyers. That's why I was outside profession. They're not lawyers. And they're not active on LinkedIn or internet. But they know this is more than me. They said, don't have a website, guy. Start posting your party law on a flyer. Share it on LinkedIn. People will like it. And it worked. what they cut to for me. I myself went to webinars, but I decided that this pandemic, I'm going to be visible. 6-month target. You know that I posted every day or 4-5 times a week, a day for a week from April last year to almost November. I remember I had a burnout, I had to stop. January this year, I posted for 90 consecutive days, January to March. By March or early April or March, I said early April, I had a post on Castle and Castle, that's people drama, that had over 16,000 views, went viral. That's something, once your consistency like a job, you're consistent with something. Eventually, you get to the tipping point of that thing. You just be good at that thing. People just start knowing. Yeah, people know me now. They offer me stuff. Someone even told me that she wants to bring me as a faculty member to her academy. She's a lawyer. I said, well, I would love to join, but this thing I also want to participate. I want to be trained first. When I'm trained, I'll pay the fee. I have trained me, certified me. I can now consider being a faculty member. There are opportunities out there for you. But if you're not visible, if you don't develop yourself, you cannot get it. And just happens to MBA or lawyer. The law, nothing wrong with law. There's nothing wrong with law. Yes, the system at the beginning is not very good. That's what they pay lawyers. But that means if that's the system, how do you break after that system? Your number 1 cure is visibility. Number 2 cure, visibility. Number 3 cure is visibility. And you can't just do it like that. You have to learn it.
We're running out of time. Thank you.
All right, guys.
I think that this name should be visibility. Let's give him visibility as a second name. So please, the fact that you want to specialize in an area doesn't mean that you shouldn't have an idea of other areas of law. That's why subsequent series in this new week, subsequent edition rather, in this new week's coaching series, will cover other areas of law. So that if a client comes, you have something to say, even if that's not your area of specialization, right? So, and then one thing I want to say, if you are creating visibility, you should be known for one thing. Like there's some persons I see on LinkedIn, they write data privacy experts, fintech experts, corporate real estate. What do I know them for? I won't call them for any speaking engagement because I don't know which one they are good in. But if you, if you create visibility in one particular area, persons will know you. This does not have to happen automatically. Some of you here are new weeks, some might not be. If you are new weeks, in the last series, I mentioned that this is the time of discovery. Lay your hands on many practice areas as possible. Eventually, you'll be able to create your niche. So take your time. And guys, I have a YouTube channel, New Weeks Coaching Series. This video will be uploaded there. If you gain value, please share with others. Shashi mentioned that it's not even out of place if you put up on your status that you attended a webinar like this and this is what you learned. What people are seeing, post it, that's visibility. They are seeing, this lawyer even attended something or this. That means he knows something about it now. Let him draft an agreement for me. And that is it. So create visibility on this webinar, post on your WhatsApp status or any social media handle you belong to. And please subscribe to my channel. Yes, that's something that motivates me to continue. So thank you guys for being here today. We are running out of time. Thank you very much, guys. So connect with Shashi on LinkedIn. Connect with me too on LinkedIn. Glory Joseph ESQ can connect with us on LinkedIn so that whenever I post subsequent flyers for other series, you'll be able to see the flyers. Thank you, guys. Can you guys hear me?
Sorry, I'm missing another phone. I want to snap I want to take the picture of the webinar before I go, so I can post it on my social media platform, on my WhatsApp. Sorry. Okay, yes, I've seen it. Let me snap the. Okay.
So do you guys gain value from today's series? My voice is still echoing. What's the problem? I know Shashi, you're the one that did this.
Wait, I'll do it now. Let me leave you so that it's not echoing again. Let me just go on my phone. All right, guys. So see you guys very soon. Hopefully, we'll talk some other time. I want to see us taking action on all of this points. And I tell you that if you just take action, just one action on this webinar, you will grow. And once you grow, you just keep growing. It's like it's a step. You just see yourself moving, and before you know it, you're moving. See you guys very soon. Lord, thank you for inviting me. I'm so grateful. Let's talk WhatsApp, LinkedIn.
No wala.
Yeah.
Thank
you very
you.
much.
Thank
Pleasure.
you.
Yeah.
Do
Bye.
take care. Bye, everyone.